So it's my first day fasting, and I am starving. I'm starving. Sorry for that. I need something to eat. I haven't done this in a long time. But haven't eaten anything all day. Y'all know I usually do my margaritas. Just watching the sunset. And yeah, so far it's terrible. It is terrible. I'm gonna see what it's like to wake up tomorrow morning. I haven't done this in a long time, like years. But I thought I should. But then try it out. But anyway, long story, side note, right? This week, and it's just Wednesday, right? They call it hump day. A lot of you motherfuckers are getting exposed. A lot of you. This is maybe my, like once again, there's black Instagram, there's white Instagram, black to the wedge. There's different worlds on there. And a lot of you content creators are being exposed. You guys, you're not as popular as it seems. And someone's going to say, oh, you hating. You hating. No, I'm not hating. I just know the game. If you're willing to parrot certain talking points and you seem to be like doing something, they will push you. You will see right now, what's the fat boy name? Oh, damn, I said Tim Dillon. He pretty much came out and said it. He taking Saudi money. His show is sponsored by Saudi money. But then he sits there and talks about how the Israelis are genociding the Palestinians. The Saudis did the same thing to Yemenis people. So like you just say whatever. You're a grifter. That's the proper term. You're grifting. David Pakman. Now you want to sue The Wired because they just exposed you for taking Israeli dark money too. And your whole thing is, oh, we're the honest truth and we're going to tell you. No, you won't. No, you won't. I say the fucking honest truth. I'm be honest with you. Ain't nobody's going to pay for none of this shit I say. Oh, hell no. What corporation's going to get up there? I said that talk about white supremacy. Israel is genociding. Talking about the Saudis. What? Pan-African nationalists? Ain't nobody paying for that shit. Dr. Umar trying to open a school and they giving him hell. You know what I'm saying? But once again, to all my creatives, right? If you're trying to be successful, you're going to have to sell out. If not, it's going to be a hard, lonely road. Hard road. I got to stop spitting on camera. That's disgusting. But that's how you know it's real. But anyway, yeah. So Tim Dillon, he gets on this thing. Tim Dillon's a podcaster, if you don't know. Like I said, you got to watch everything. Even, like I said, I don't care if it's Chris Tucker. And people go, Tim Dillon's smart. Tim Dillon's stupid. You have to be dumb to really hear this dude talk, and you can't tell he's just saying whatever the hell you want him to think. One day he's pro-Trump, next day he's not Trump. One day he's pro-MAGA, but he's not pro-Trump. But there's a difference, and I'm a centrist, and I'm a reasonable, just an American. Bro, dude, you're just a capitalist who's willing to say anything. Then he goes, and if you know anything about Saudi Arabia, that's once again about, like I said, a lot that goes in those Middle East countries. If you know how they'll get workers from, underdeveloped countries, have them come up there, steal their passports as soon as they get there. They're raped they might be house ladies that get raped. The men aren't paid on time, then they can't go to the courts. And then it's like, oh, if you can't take a Caucasian, as a black African, you can't take a Caucasian Arab to court for no money. And then you find yourself in a crazy space. There's a whole, I'm going to break this down because I think I'm just saying this stuff and people be like, what is he talking about? No, I'm gonna spend like a good half an hour one day breaking it down, editing it, and putting up like facts. But he's sitting there saying, well, I don't care. And his whole thing, he's just pretty much, because everybody's being outed right now. They're being doxxed. And so these people have platforms where they're getting 500,000 views a day, 100,000 views on a regular. And you're like, how the fuck are they getting these numbers? This dude's like Alex Jones. He felt Alex Jones, he fell off. That stupid son of a bitch. That dude is when you talk about just kamikaze, you just flew a plane through your own fucking shit. What was it? What were those kids down in I think it was Florida? Why am I forgetting? Something Park kids, and they were in a mass shooting in the elementary school. Y'all remember they were like, it's fake, it's a false flag. And he raised like hundreds of millions because people really believed it. The families were being harassed. They're like, your baby's not really dead, it's a lie. People showed up to their children's gravesite. These people on the internet will say and do anything. I'm drinking this water, I'm mad, y'all. But then, yeah, so he's just like, I guess they got it. Well, they can't. Yeah, he said, well, they take their passports, well, and they say they can't leave, but is it a nice hotel? And it's like, yo, bro, so what have you been talking about for the last couple of years about how you're a centrist, a neutral centrist in your politics? You're just a reasonable guy. You don't want genocide or people being hurt. But as soon as somebody throws you a check, that all goes out the window because these dudes have no moral integrity. It's all bullshit. Even all these liberals, right now they're talking Palestine. Thanksgiving come around. Watch how these white liberals gonna be cutting turkey, talking about, oh, my mommy, bro, you're celebrating the genocide of the indigenous people here in so-called America. The Choctaws and Cherokees. We're not talking about you, FBA. We're not talking about you. Want to be FBA. But anyway, Tim Dillon's a fucking dumbass. Ben said that. Alex Jones has always been a dumbass, but at least he was entertaining. Tim Dillon's not entertaining. Right now, Alex Jones has turned on his whole staff. Ben Shapiro, these people aren't smart. What it is, they're willing to say whatever the powerful and elite want them to say. And the powerful and elite are willing to give them open blank checks to make them look good. And, but you won't know that because meanwhile, Kai Cenat just started Mafia-thon. You're going to be distracted with bullshit. You're going to sit there and watch. You know what? In China, they call it brain rot. You're rotting your brain with this useless shit. You can't learn anything from it. You can't do nothing from it. You're just watching and just going. If you're gonna watch something like I'd be on the internet, watch something that's gonna inform you on some facts. Watch you some Dr. Ben Yusuf Yakin. Watch you some debates between Cornel West and some, you know what I'm saying, Jordan Peterson and his racist white supremacist. Watch you some intelligent shit. And then that's the reason why the girl gets on the internet the other day and is crying, my life isn't going anywhere. Well, maybe you've been watching bullshit all day. Maybe you're in a good place and you think you're in a bad place because you're steady on this shit watching bullshit fake lives. But anyway, y'all, once again, you're going to be too busy watching Mafia-thon. We're going to have LeBron James running laps with who? Jim Carrey and Drewski's gonna be. It's just gonna be like, what is the point of this? It's entertainment, but it's not just entertainment. It's called television programming. It's programming your brain. LeBron James, cool. New shoes, buy. Then you look up and you wonder why you can't afford nothing. The richest people I know, you see them, you wouldn't even be able to tell. You wouldn't be able to tell. They don't look like it. They don't act like it. They talk like it, though. You see that infamous picture of Bill Gates standing at an In-N-Out burger wearing Converse and slacks with his glasses standing, and everybody's standing. No one even knows it's him. Because Bill Gates, he's the second, third richest man on planet Earth. Because whether you're hip to it or not, those who really have and are really doing in real life, they don't give a fuck about your appearance. They're going to sit down and listen to what you say. And Grant Cardone said this, and don't follow Grant Cardone. That dude's a piece of shit, money-hungry scam artist. But he said, you guys are so funny when you come to like business meetings trying to pitch an idea, get some funding. Y'all show up in your belts with the big Hermans on it, and you put on this fancy clothes. He said anybody can buy that shit. No one cares. Because at the end of the day, when you're dealing with the real motherfucker who really got the money, who really knows what's going on, you can't bullshit your way around it. You can't. You can't. They're gonna. If you were to see Albert Einstein on your local city train, you might think he's a homeless man. Hair all crazy. That's why people say cut your hair. I don't care. It doesn't really matter in real life. It matters. You gotta be a parent, but like, it's substance over bullshit, bro. But yeah, if you were to see Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, you just at a Walmart, you wouldn't. But when you sit down and have a conversation, and we get into deep quantum physics and astrology and things of that sort, you're gonna see who's really the guy. So anyway, people, all your favorite streamers, content creators, political pundits, they're all bought and paid for. There's no more free independent media on YouTube. That's bullshit. The corporations quickly ended that shit. They said, oh no, y'all not gonna be out here just sharing free information. No. But there's still ways to find it. And that's what your boys are working on. I'm trying to, it's hell on earth, but we're gonna figure it out. But anyway, chase knowledge, never chase money. Peace, love, and positivity. I'm fasting, I'm starving.